Hey guys, I'm Kelly, the nurse who questions. Before we talk about benefits, mental health, or any type of controversial issue, I want to talk about something basic, because most people don't actually know what niacin is. Niacin is vitamin B3. It's absolutely essential. Your body uses it to make NAD, a molecule every single cell needs to produce energy. It regulates inflammation, it repairs DNA, and it supports brain signaling. Without niacin, your nervous system doesn't function properly. This is an alternative medicine, it's biochemistry. But here's where people get confused. There are different forms of niacin. Most supplements today are niacinamide, which are called the non-flushing niacin. It supports NAD quietly. No redness, no heat, no flushing. Then there's nicotinic acid, which is called the flushing niacin. This one's kind of cool because it makes your skin hot, red, itchy, tingly. You don't know what's going on with your body, but something is happening. And that flush isn't a side effect in the usual sense. It's a known physiological response. Niacin activates a receptor in the skin that releases prostaglandins. It causes blood vessels to dilate. You feel it because something real is happening. And historically, that form matters. And this is where it gets interesting for me. In the mid-20th century, psychiatrists like Dr. Abram Hoffer reported that high-dose flushing niacin, often combined with other nutrients, appeared to significantly help patients with schizophrenia. These observations became the foundation of what was later called orthomolecular psychiatry. Now let me be responsible and say this. Niacin is not an accepted or proven treatment for schizophrenia today. Later studies were mixed and then the research stalled. Because here's the part that we never talk about. You can't really patent a vitamin. Large, gold standard clinical trials sometimes cost millions or hundreds of millions of dollars. Do you know who funds these studies? Think about it. Pharmaceutical companies fund studies when there's a return on investments. A naturally occurring vitamin doesn't offer that. So the question isn't just, does niacin work? The question is, who is financially motivated to find out? And that doesn't mean that niacin is a cure. I'm not saying that. But it also doesn't mean that the early observations were meaningless. It means the research question was abandoned and not conclusively answered. And given what we now understand about neuroinflammation, oxidative stress, mitochondrial dysfunction, and metabolic subtypes in psychiatric conditions, to me it's not unreasonable to ask if a subset of patients may benefit from the introduction of vitamin B3. Not everyone, not blindly, not without medical supervision, but maybe more than zero. And niacin also reminds us of a bigger truth in medicine. Just because something is old, inexpensive, unprofitable, doesn't mean it's irrelevant. And just because the science is incomplete doesn't mean that the conversation should end. And as a nurse, I don't want certainty where there isn't any. I want better questions. I want better research. And a system willing to study treatments even when there's no patent at the end of the rainbow. That's not anti-medicine. That's pro-truth.